Absolutely love this car. Alright. Hey everyone. Today's November 5th, 2016, and I hope all of you having a great day today. Let's get into the garage real quick here. Alright, so I just got back from taking the Lexus out. Awesome day today, great weekend. I go back to work tomorrow. And the luxury car right here, the LS250, and I have my Mustang GT. In this video, I'm gonna follow up to my previous video, which was the 10 things I loved about my Mustang. So this video is gonna be the 10 things, or no, we'll do 5 things I don't like about my Mustang. And the reason why I'm doing 5 is, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my car. I love my Mustang, that's the reason why I bought it. And it's my everyday daily driver. I have my luxury car, have the Mustang. My next car I'm buying, it's winter now, it's not car season, so when winter's over, before winter's over, I'll be buying a project car. And that project car is gonna be, I'm thinking about getting a BRZ, FRS platform, and just modifying it, going crazy on it. Because for my Mustang here, I have my warranty on it. I don't want to void that whatsoever. I had problems with my previous Honda Civic Si. My 2012, I voided that and it was a huge problem. I don't want to deal with that. But I love my car, don't get me wrong, but no cars are perfect. So I'm going to do 5 things I don't like about my Mustang. Hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get to it. Number 1. And number 1 is a huge thing for a lot of S550 owners. And to be honest, it does bug me, but it is a simple fix. Because this car here, I absolutely love it. But there's one thing I wish they did, which they got it right with the previous generations, but not this one. And I'll show you right here. And it's this baby right here. So it's the exhaust. Okay, so this car, obviously it's cold outside right now. I'm in Illinois, it's snowing, first snow of the, it's the first snow of the season right now. And it sounds good when you start it up. Cold starts are awesome. But these S550s are not loud whatsoever. Okay, so it has the different modes. The normal mode, Sport Plus, Comfort mode, and the Snow and Wet mode. In the Sport mode, yes, it does get a little bit louder. In normal mode, it's completely silent, which it's a V8 5-liter Mustang. It's a muscle car. It should have that rumble. And it does have that rumble, but not to the extent where you would think it would have. The previous generation, so the 2011 to 2015 Mustangs have that rumble, and they're a lot louder stock. And like I said, it's a simple fix. For this car right here, all you need is an exhaust change. Get headers on it, intake, simple stuff, full bolt-ons, but the main thing is it's getting a full exhaust. So for my car, I was thinking of getting a Borla Attack. That was my number 1, but I'm almost going towards the Roush quad exhaust, which one of my buddy has on his 2015 S550. So I'm debating, I'll be getting one of those before the end of winter, probably pretty soon because I've been talking about it for a while, just haven't made a decision on it yet. No rush, I love my car, but that's one thing, that this car is not loud enough. It's a Mustang, it should be louder stock. So that brings me to number 2. So number 2 is a huge one for myself because I was very, very happy when they brought something back for the Mustang. So my car right here, triple yellow, absolutely love this color. I wouldn't have got it in any other color except for one. And that one color they didn't make for the new 2015 model. This, okay, 2015 was the first model of this current generation. 2011 to 2014 was the previous generation, okay? So with this model, 2015, they didn't make Grabber Blue. Grabber Blue is my favorite Mustang color of all time. In my opinion, Mustangs, Camaros, any kind of, I guess, like Corvettes, any kind of like muscle cars, American muscle cars, I think, in my opinion, they should be brighter colors, yellow, Grabber Blue, maybe like a bright orange type color, even like a dark blue. And black does look nice. Like this car, this Mustang here and my previous 2007 Mustang were my only cars I've owned that were not black. I had a Civic, I had an Eclipse, I had different cars throughout my life, but for Mustangs, in my opinion, I feel like they should be bright colors. A lot of people disagree, but I love my triple yellow, but I wish they made this in grabber blue. The yellow looks phenomenal. I love the yellow with the black accents, don't get me wrong. But if this was in grabber blue, they had this back. And the thing is, they did bring the grabber blue back later, but I'm talking about my specific year, 2015. So I wish they brought that color back, but it is what it is. Maybe down the line I'll wrap it. That's what I was gonna do, but we'll see what happens. That brings me to number three. Number three is definitely a huge one for me, and probably a lot of other S550 owners that own the same car. So we'll go inside the car real quick. And the thing is with this car, it is phenomenal. I love the interior, I love the exterior of this car, but the one downfall of it is the navigation. The thing is, the touchscreen is great, very responsive, dual climate control, the radio, the Bluetooth, everything on there is very responsive, and it's very, very awesome. It works great. But the one thing I hate the most is this navigation. I tend to use Google Maps a lot more because it's more accurate. It gives me a lot of different options. When I use this, I learned how to read it. After I've had this for 8 months, after the first month, I learned how to read it. It gives you a bunch of different options on how to look at the at this navigation here. This is how many miles, blah blah blah, what to do, favorites. The thing is, it's very, very slow to type in an address. Everything else is quick with it, but obviously you can't type in an address or a destination while you're driving. It's a safety hazard. And some cars you can, some cars you can't, not a big deal. But even with this, it takes so long to type something in. And even if you type it in, sometimes it's not even in there. So we don't have many ways to search it. And on top of that, I had so many instances where I try to get to a destination, it takes me completely out of the way. And not just that, it'll take me in a direction that is like going, it'll say it's the most direct direction to my destination, but really it's not. So I tend to use the Google Maps. Maybe I'll try to give it a chance, because the thing is, I am wasting data with my phone. But the thing is, I want to get used to this because it's right here. It's so convenient. But that's definitely a downfall of this car. That brings us to number 4. And I'm going to try to explain this I'll try to explain it as best as possible. So my previous car I had before this was a 2012 Honda Civic Si. And I had a really big trouble where something got loose in the transmission blew up, and the thing is, I got a huge fight with Honda USA for 4 months. We fought back and forth. They wanted me to pay $6,000 to get a full new transmission. After fighting with them, we came to an agreement where I paid 1/3, so I only paid $2,000, which is still $2,000. That car was my daily driver to work and back. I love that car, and right when I got that car back from fixing that transmission, I automatically bought a Mustang, because I owned a Mustang before. My dad always had a Mustang. It's in my blood, it's in my family, so I bought one. And the thing is, this is my daily driver. This is the car I need to be reliable. This goes through Illinois harsh winters, all the seasons, and I'm going to be putting a lot of miles on this car. And I had my Honda Civic for a year and a half, not even 2 years, and my transmission broke, which cost me $2,000. So I was completely done with that. My next manual transmission car, which I'm buying pretty soon before winter ends, is gonna be my project car. And I'm thinking about getting like a BRZ platform, or maybe not. I have like at least 2-3 months to decide, and that's gonna be my manual transmission car. And that brings me to my problem number 4, is the transmission with the Mustang. I wanted the new Mustang. I wanted a 2015 Mustang GT, but the transmission for these manual cars are absolutely horrible. And it's not just me saying that. A lot of people say these transmissions are complete crap, and they break, and they're not reliable, and blah blah blah. I have a lot of friends who own Mustangs, and honestly, they break down. They have so many problems with the transmission. So I went with the automatic, which it still has issues, but thing is, not as bad. I can rely on this car a lot more than having a manual for that car. It does take away from the experience, but honestly, I'm still having a lot of fun with this car. It's my daily, it's fast. I'm gonna do a couple mods to it, not void my warranty. Just exhaust intake, a couple bolt-ons there, and that's it. That brings me to number 5. And honestly, this video is very, very hard to make because I absolutely love this car. And because I love this car, I wanted to do 5 things I didn't like about it, just to show that no cars are perfect. Every car has its flaws, but I do love this car. And the thing is, the one thing I don't like about this car, which I knew was going to happen when I bought it, was because I got the automatic transmission, the 6-speed paddle shifters, it didn't come with launch control, which blows my mind because a lot of automatic cars, such as, say, like supercars, the GTR, for example, has launch control, and that is paddle shifters. So only the manual version of this S550 has the launch control. This has line lock. My car has line lock so it can do burnouts, but it doesn't have launch control, which is really crazy. It has a track mode. I can put on track mode. I can go to track apps, I can go through everything there, I can get my timings, I can do all that, but there is no launch control. And let me show you guys that right now. Alright guys, as you see right there, I go up into track apps, and I can go into track mode on my car with the toggle by my, by the shifter, I guess. And if you look at that, it has the acceleration timer, brake performance, line lock if the car was on, and that's it. And you can see here the timer has all these times here, 0 to 30, 0 to 60, 0 to 100, quarter mile, a couple things there. But if you go through this, it should have launch control, and it doesn't, which blows my mind because honestly, a lot of people use this car, not just this car, but a lot of people use automatic cars as drag racing cars. And yeah, I can do a burnout by myself, which isn't a problem. I'm not drag racing my car. But all the fastest drag racing cars are automatic. And because this is an automatic paddle shifting sports car, Ford didn't put the launch control with it. That blows my mind. And honestly, it doesn't really affect me too much. I just wonder why they didn't put that with this car. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude my video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my Mustang. This car is my baby right here. I bought it about 8 months ago, and I still love it as much as I bought it the first day I laid eyes on it. And this car has treated me well. In 8 months, I have driven it almost every single day, and with that, I have no problems with it. I have no loose plastic in the car, no issues with engine, obviously no transmission, no issues whatsoever. And I beat on it a little bit, but I want to maintain this car. I want to have this car for a good amount of time. Obviously all the beating will be on my new car I'll be getting. That's going to be my, I guess, my track car or my project car per se, but still, I love this car. It was very, very hard to make this video because it was hard. I tried to make a list. I sat down, tried to make a list of 10, and I was struggling. I'm like, the things I was putting on there were nitpicking, and nitpicking wasn't the best, so I cut it down to 5, and after the first 3, the second 2 were not really things I had, but there were still 5 things I didn't like about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I absolutely love this car here, and I'll keep making videos about it, but I'm going to get my track car pretty soon. I have an idea of what I'm getting, but definitely I'll make a video of that when I take delivery of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a great day today. I'll talk to you guys later, and peace out.